First Brotherhood, then Pastorhood. Pastor Martin Niemoller's story, narrated by Brooke Quarterman. How can patriotism for one's country lead a Protestant German pastor to end up spending 7 years in concentration camps? Martin Niemoller, born 1892, had always held strong nationalistic sentiments for his homeland, Germany. He joined the Imperial German Navy in 1910, only to be discharged in 1918 when he, as commander of a U-boat, refused orders to give the U-boat up to England. After marrying and starting a family in 1919, Martin Niemoller answered the call to enter into ministry in 1920. 3 years later, he began working with the Lutheran Home Mission of Westphalia, his hometown. The organization focused on the social welfare activities of the Evangelical Lutheran Church. Having resigned from this position 9 years later, Pastor Niemoller became the pastor of St. Anne's Church in Berlin. His sermon centered on German nationalism. With his country in risk, Niemoller advocated Hitler and the National Socialist Party idea of national unity. It was Pastor Niemoller's nationalistic sentiments and religious views that led him to support the Third Reich, which stressed the importance of Christianity and the renewal of the German spirit. His support began to waver when Nazi laws prohibited non-Aryans from ministry in the German Protestant Church. After attacks on non-Aryan church members, Pastor Niemoller, along with others, started the Pastors' Emergency League in September 1933, which excluded Nuremberg laws for clergy. While he still held anti-Semitic views, he only showed favor to those who converted to Christianity. In 1934, Hitler held a meeting with Pastor Niemoller and other Pastors' Emergency League members discussing state and church relations. He discovered his phone was being taped by the Gestapo and that they were watching the Pastors' Emergency League. After disapproving this and leaving PEL, he began preaching against state interference with the church, leading to many arrests between 1934 and 1937. His final arrest came in 1937 when the Gestapo charged him with treasonable statements. He served 7 months in solitary confinement in Moabit prison in Berlin, awaiting trial. After his conviction, Niemoller served yet another 7 months of solitary confinement in Sachsenhausen concentration camp. While he opposed Nazism, he still held a strong sense of nationalism, which led to his repeated request to be re-enlisted in the Navy while in prison. Each request was denied. By the end of the war, he had been transported to Austria, where U.S. troops liberated him. He gained international fame, preaching about the guilt of the Germans and their support for Nazism, which led to his popularity at home but recognition abroad. While he denounced Nazism, Pastor Martin Niemoller still held some prejudice against those who didn't convert to Christianity. Although controversial in his sentiments and prejudice, he lived to the tender age of 92 in 1984, becoming a pacifist, working with the World Council of Churches striving for peace.